Hello listeners and viewers, welcome to Kaduna State Ministry of Education Radio and TV e-learning program designed for our SS3 and other students staying at home due to the coronavirus pandemic. The present administration under the able leadership of His Excellency, Malam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, is positioned as always to ensure that under his leadership, our students are not left behind in all areas of human endeavors, especially education. Kaduna State is the center of learning. Therefore, we want to ensure that our students excel in their forthcoming examinations and beyond. Students and other learners at home are given this opportunity in order to continue learning, as education is a continuous process. Different subjects will be taught in this program to assist students to perform excellently in the forthcoming Senior School Certificate examination being conducted by NECO and WAEC as soon as schools reopen. Teachers making presentations will always provide their names and phone numbers during each presentation, and they can be contacted for questions, further explanations, and/or clarifications. The following numbers and contacts can also be reached for expression of any concern or observation: 090-865-00545 or 080-383-62072. Our website is www.education.kdsg.gov.ng. Our email education@kdsg.gov.ng or education.kdsg@gmail.com. Our YouTube channel, Ministry of Education, Kaduna State. Our Twitter handle @Kaduna_MOE. Or our Facebook page, Ministry of Education, Kaduna State. Stay safe, stay at home, and learn well. Thank you, happy listening, and happy viewing.
Good day, my dear students at home. I am Abbas Shehu by name, your commerce teacher as usual. Today we are going to continue with our topic, which is advertising. We have had two previous discussions on this topic. Today we are going to have the concluding part, and we are going to look at merit of advertising. Then we look at the demerits of advertising. We look at advertising agencies, and we look at again consumer protection in terms of advertising. These are the areas we intend to cover with you during the period of this lesson. Going straight to the first one, which is merit of advertising. There are so many merits to advertising. The first one we have is it helps in creating job opportunities. Job opportunities are created as a result of advertising. How? Many media houses that you see, be it print media, electronic media, are keeping their workers, are keeping their employees as a result of advertising, as a result of the advertisement placed by different companies. That's where the money usually comes. And it is because it is as a result of this money, or it is because of this money, that they are able to sustain their staff, pay them as and when due. Not only that, we have agencies that are known for advertising. Their job is to advertise the product of different companies, different firms, different businessmen and women. If you look at it, you will know that it is because of advertising that they are there. It is because of advertising that they have jobs to do. Number two, it provides information about products and services. Through advertising, we are able to know detailed information about goods, about products, about services, about ideas that are normally advertised, to us. So it provides us with information about products and services. Number 3, it helps in increasing profits of businessmen and women. Profits are the main aim why businessmen are there. Every business you see is out to make profit. And as a result of advertising, continuous telling the public about what you are selling, you are able to sell more. And the more you sell, the more profit you make. The more sales you make, it is believed that the more profit you are able to get. Number 4, improvement of quality of goods and services. As a result of advertising, producers of goods and services always strive to see that the quality of their goods or products are improved. Because if you don't improve, from time to time, other competitors that are there will improve on their products and then outsmart you, meaning winning the patronage of your customers. So advertising helps to improve the quality of goods and services. Number 5, provision of information about the existence of goods and services. Provision of information about the existence of goods and services. Because of advertising, we are able to know that certain goods and services exist. Without advertising, we will not know. Not to talk about even buying the goods or services. But because of advertising, we are able to know the existence of especially goods that are newly introduced to the market. And number 6, it increases production. Because the more you sell, the more you will produce. The more you sell, the more you aim high to produce, the more. So because of advertising, as a result of your high increase in the volume of your sales, you begin to think of increasing your production day in and day out, thereby bringing out the total of your production high. Number 7, the last one we have here, creation of awareness. Without advertising, we will not be aware of so many goods. So many goods are brought to our awareness as a result of advertising. We passed from one place to another, from one road to another, we see a very big billboard where different goods are advertised. We become aware of such products. That's talking about the merit of advertising. Now we go to the other one, the merit of advertising. The merit of advertising. The first one is it leads to what you call false information. Sometimes it can be false and misleading. Advertising can be false and misleading. We talk about advantages, if you remember, of television advertising, cinema advertising. Sometimes there is what you call photo tricks, where you will see something that looks like something that is not that particular thing. And that's what we are saying. It sometimes leads to false and misleading buying. So it leads to what you call monopoly. And monopoly is a process or is a situation where we have only one seller of a particular product or goods with various buyers. So if you look at this, you will see that where we have a very good businessman who can advertise very well, if care is not taken, through his constant advertising, he may begin to gain ground to the extent of pushing his other competitors outside the market, thereby remaining the only person selling that particular product or service. And that's where we have the situation of a monopoly. Number 3, it is very high in terms of cost. The cost of advertising is very high. Number 4, it can lead to what you call irrational appealing. Just to see products that are advertised, and because of the coloration there, because of the beautification there, of the product being advertised, or because of the person involved in the process of advertising, you just buy without using your sense. That's what you call irrational appeal. You buy the goods without thinking. You just buy the goods because you are overwhelmed by the action of the person advertising the goods. Or because maybe it is a particular actor that has been used to advertise the goods. Because of the love you have for the actor, you just buy the goods. Number 4, buyers can buy unnecessarily. Buyers can buy unnecessarily. Because where we have irrational appeal, it will definitely lead to unnecessary buying. Instead of you buying the things that you actually need, you may just end up buying what you don't need. Number 5, it encourages too many brands. Too many brands. By brand here, we talk about where we have different goods in a different package. So everyone in the market, because everyone wants to win the patronage of customers, will begin to bring this brand of products, bring that brand of product, bring that brand of product, and then we'll begin to have too many brands. Number 6, it leads to wastefulness. This means that sometimes you see advertising being placed directed to the wrong audience, thereby leading to what you call wastefulness, wasting money or wasting resources. Instead of the adverts to reach the target audience, it ends up reaching the audience that are not the main target. Number 7, it leads to unhealthy competition because everybody wants to sell. Every company, every business, every firm wants to sell their products. And everybody is pushing hard to say that his product is bought. His product is the product bought. And because of that, they begin to do what you call unhealthy competition because they become rivals. And it's not sometimes good for the economy. It's not good for the customers as well, consumers as well. Number 8, the last one we have here. Interference with consumers' choice. It interferes with consumers' choice. Instead of the consumer to have a free choice of what he wants to buy and buy, the consumer may end up buying what he or she does not intend to buy. He or she is not having in his scale of preference, as the economists will call it. That's talking about merit and the merit of our advertising. Now we go into something else. That's talking about advertising agencies. Advertising agencies. Advertising agencies are specialists in planning, creating, and placing advertisement in the media. They are specialists. They are just like we hear agencies. They are agents employed to advertise on behalf of the companies, on behalf of the businessmen, firms, so on and so forth. They are specialists in that field. They plan, they create, plan, coordinate what you advertise. What you just do, you go to them, pay them. They are the ones that will that will select the best media for you. They are the ones that will go and pay the money for whatever you want to advertise. They will do everything on your behalf, and that's why they are even called agencies. Now, having seen what we mean by advertising agencies, the next thing we will talk about is their functions. What are they doing? We have discussed even some of their functions as we were trying to explain what it means by advertising agencies. But let's look at the functions one after the other. Number 1 is they buy airtime and media space for advert placement. They buy airtime through radio, for example, television, pay the amount on your behalf. Give them the advert for them to place on your behalf. Number two, they advise clients on the advertising strategies and the best media to be used. They advertise clients. When we say clients here, we're talking about the companies, the firms, and what have you. They advise them, oh, don't use this particular media. Or don't use this particular channel. Use the other channel. It's the best for your product. So on and so forth. They conduct market research. If you are advertising with them, using them as your agency, they will conduct market research pertaining to your product to see what would they bring to you pertaining to the reactions of your customers. What are the reactions of your customers pertaining to your goods? Are your goods acceptable to the customers? They will conduct such research. And from the responses they have, they now channel those responses to you, which will help you to build up, which will help you to improve on your product. So they carry out researches on your behalf for the benefit of yourself as the company, which at the end of the day will be for the benefit of all of you. Number three, or rather four, they help to assist the advertisers in planning and executing advertising programs. We have said that when we're talking about what they even mean. They plan for advertisers. They plan, coordinate the activities of how the advert is or are to be run, as the case may be. I was talking about advertising agencies. We talk about the meaning and their functions, period. Now we go to the next subtopic to do with advertising. And this the subtopic is known as consumer protection in advertising. Consumer protection in advertising. Now, what do we mean by consumer protection in advertising? Advertising is subject to restrictions in various media. Now, in order to protect the consumers, there are certain restrictions that are made, that are put in place in order to protect the consumers from the exploit of businessmen that go and advertise their goods using certain tricks that will mislead the buyer. So there are certain restrictions. Now these restrictions are put in place to protect the consumers, like we said. And there are so many restrictions that are there that we will look at them one after the other. The first one we have is what you call cut-off advertising practice. Number two, establishment of Advertising Practitioners Council of Nigeria. The third one is establishment of professional groups. And the fourth one is statutory control. The fifth one is consumer education. And the last one is Television Act of 1954. So we'll look at them one after the other. The first one we have is a Court of Advertising Practice. Court of Advertising Practice. This court states that no advertisement contravening it will be accepted. No advertisement contravening this court will be accepted, which means it is illegal to advertise without following these courts. And the first one is, when you are advertising, you must consider what is known as public decency. Whatever you are advertising, wherever you are advertising it, you must consider public decency. Is what you are advertising decent? The people that are there making the advert, advertising the product, are they decently dressed? Where they are advertising the goods, is the place decently okay? All these are things that this court is talking about. Number two, talk about exploitation of superstition. That no one advertising should use superstition in order to gain the patronage of his customers. There is nothing like using superstition. Of course, people are having different superstitions, different beliefs pertaining different things. It is not right for any company, any businessman, any firm to advertise his or their goods using superstition, like we said. Number 3, which is the last one, misleading description and claims. Misleading descriptions and claims. Do not describe beyond the product. When you are describing about a particular product or selling, make sure your description fits the product. Do not go and advertise beyond the product. If you do that, you are violating this court, and you can be charged to court and be prosecuted for doing that. That's talking about the first one, which is talking about the court of advertising. Now the next one we have is Establishment of Advertising Practitioner Council of Nigeria. This is a professional body consisting of only advertising professionals. They are in advertising industry. They are in advertising industry, and they control the activities of their members to make sure that they are doing the right thing, to make sure that they follow the ethics to do with advertising. Then we have establishment of professional groups in advertising. Groups in advertising. Just like we have Association of Advertising Practitioners in Nigeria. This is a professional group formed primarily to take care of advertising. And the next one we have is what we call statutory control. This is an act of parliament. Act of parliament. Restricting certain aspects of advertising. And some of these laws affecting advertising are: 1, Trade Description Act of 1968. Then we have Sales of Goods Act of 1983. Indecent Advertisement Act of 1989, etc. Then we have consumer protection. Consumers are normally educated in order to protect them from the exploit of advertisers. This type of thing is done where consumers are constantly educated, enlightened about what to buy, about not falling victims of advertising tricks. And we have the last one, which is Television Act. This is equally an act that was enacted to control how advertising can be done, particularly in television. That's just about what we have for you as far as this class is concerned, as far as this lesson is concerned. In this lesson, we were able to, 1, discuss merits and the merit of advertising. Then we also discuss agencies, advertising agencies and their functions. We discuss what they are, and we discuss the major functions they perform. We equally discuss consumer protection in advertising. What are those things that are there, that are put in place as regulations, as restrictions to control the exploit of businessmen? Because sometimes businessmen can be funny in trying to maximize profits. They sometimes go into playing some certain tricks, like we said, in order to just make people buy their goods without even having the intention. That is just about what we were able to discuss in brief. Now we go to the next, which is the assignment segment. There are only two questions here for you as an assignment. Number one is saying, state and explain any 4 ways by which consumers can be protected against advertising. State and explain any 4 ways by which consumers can be protected against advertising. That's question 1. Question 2, list any 10 advertising media used by business organizations. I repeat again, list 10 advertising media used by business organizations. If you are able to do the assignment, you can send the assignment to me or to my colleague through these numbers. Number 1, my own number, Abbas Shehu, 0800 127 508. I repeat again, Abbas Shehu, 081 00 127 508. Or my colleague, Zainab Abdul Karim, 080 328 47167. Again, Zainab Abdul Karim, 080 3284 7167. Stay home, stay safe. Adhere to all the do's and don'ts pertaining to COVID-19. All the do's and don'ts. Have a nice time. See you in our next class. Bye-bye.